This week's parsha is Vayakal Pekudei, and then the love of the Mishkan, the binyan of the Mishkan, the Kuna. Torah tells us how they did everything. It says in pasuk by the Nidvas HaMishkan in the beginning, right after the parsha of Shabbos, K'chu me'itchem truma l'Hashem. Put the pasuk says, Kol nedivav is truma l'Hashem. That's different than in Parshas Truma. And in Parshas Truma it says, Me'eskli, that you should take a vikehl Truma, Me'eskol ish asher yidvenu libo. Gemara in general, that's Me'eskol ish. Here it's Me'itchem. Says the Zohar HaKadosh that the pasuk K'chu me'itchem means from you and not from the Erev Rav. Now that we went through such a parsha, the Kisisa, the story of the Eagle, and it's the Erev Rav's fault. They did it. So now we have to separate them, stay away from them, and not only stay away from them, not even to take money from them. We're building a Mishkan. We're bringing down the Ashras HaShechina. The Shechina left us, Kilo Ele B'kirbecho, and now the Shechina is coming back, being Shora amongst us on the Mishkan. It has to be pure, the money has to be pure money. You don't just say, we'll take what's the difference? We're just going to build the building. Once we have the building, that's the main thing. No. Over here, this is not Stama building, this is a place of Ashras HaShechina. And these walls, and these crushing, under these yeriyos, with this kind of chatzah surrounding it, when it's made exactly the way the Torah said, so that it brings down Ashras HaShechina. And that means that Ashras HaShechina that comes down is because of these chafotzim, these gashmistic things have some kind of koach in them, that when you do it al pi Torah, it brings down Ashras HaShechina. So it's not stam.
How do you say the Shechina in English?
The divine presence. Hashem's divine presence, maybe.
Okay.
We'll come down to this world and we'll feel Hashem's presence among us. And the Shechina is something very, very delicate. It doesn't just rest on any wood, on any stones, on any gold and silver. It's not the magnificent building that brings down the Shechina. Pasuk says in Shir HaShirim, Apir Nosolo HaMelech Shlomo He built a Mishkan with gold, silver, argoma, but what's the main thing? The nekuda of the whole thing is the essence of the Mishkan is the love that Yidden have to Hashem.
Who is this? The Gemara? Or are you just saying it?
Rashi. Tzvi meir always brought it out very strongly.
Tzvi meir zilverberg, you mean?
Tzvi meir zilverberg says it over. I think it's Rashi, but there's a mefarshim there. But he says it over with Aish Lahova. The tocha, the essence, is the rotz of Avam in Benos Yerushalayim. Says the Zohar, the Erev Rav can't be mixed in over here. What is Erev Rav? What is it? Erev Rav are the group of Goyim that joined in when they saw the Jewish people, which were slaves for 210 years, and such miracles happened to them, and 10 makkahs, and they came out of Mitzrayim, and B'yad Chazak Hotziach Hashem in Mitzrayim, such as Galus Elakus, they saw, oh, it's good, let's join in. This I want to be part of that group. Or was there a tocha rotzu v'ava to them? No. And Klal Yisrael, it says, Mashcheni acharecha narutza. Hashem just called out to us. We ran after him. We want to be with him. Below Shalom, how are we going to have food? We're going to go out to the meat, but we're going to have what to eat. How do you know how long we're going to be there? They didn't ask such questions. And that's a pshat zacharti loch. Chesed no rayich, the parsha Yirmiyahu Novi says. And close to the time of the Churban, Hashem says, I'm going to remember the chesed no rayich. Lech tech achrei b'midbar be'eretz lo zerua. What do we care about? Food, money, what's our future? What do we care about all this? We're with Hashem, Im Hashem. What do you need more? What's there more to think about? But there, Rav, but Alamaz is also something. There's also such a thing. We don't want them to take part in the Tocha Rotzuv Ava. They can't have a chelik in that. And if they will donate money for that, it'll be a pagam in the Mishkan, and the Shechina won't be able to come down and rest on such a place. So that's why the pasuk says, "Chum me'itchem teruma Hashem," only from you, and keep the Erev Rav away. Before the Chet HaEgel, it could be they could have joined into that also. It says what it says. They could have become part. Let's become part of that.
Mezachim Adam.
What?
Mezachim
Adam. But they didn't seize the opportunity. And as soon as there became a choshech and a revuvia in the last day, and confusion and mitas mishmas and problems, let's make an avodah zarah. They right away went back to where they came from. And that's what it means, modern Orthodox. There's Olam Hazeh. Olam Hazeh is a thing. Olam Hazeh is important. Olam Hazeh is something. It's not just a toffel through that. You should use it. Use it to be a klisharish to ruchnes. I don't care. Let a person work 11 hours a day. But that 1 hour that he works is so precious to him. That's the tocha rotzuv ava. That's that short.
1 hour that he learns.
The 1 hour that he learns. So he looks at it like that's the tocha rotzuv ava. Maybe
you could say,
that's Rosh Shechina comes.
Just you say that 1 hour he learns. Just a thing is that we're learning the story, the 8th story in supporting Mises, Rabbatia. So there's the Ben with the father, Ben that wants to go see the Sadiq. So he goes back. He didn't go. He couldn't not to go. So he went back to learning, but he couldn't go back to davening. How do you tell he was depressed? A depressed person can learn, yes, but he can't daven. So Rebbe in the 8th story he says.
8th story.
According to the 8th story, the Ben. The Ben, I forget what it's called. No, this father who had a son to go see the tzaddik, Michazek.
Very good. So that's what the Torah says in today's parsha.
No, but your example, he says, he goes back to learning. Learning anybody can do. Professors can learn, but the daven separates the... Maybe.
Very good. So I'm saying, so Rabbeinu Yod, the Satmar says, so what's the vayakil? They got together a group. Well, why is that important over here in this parsha where we talk about separating the Erev Rav from the Klal Yisrael and not taking the doubles? And why is it's important to have a vayakil to get together? So he says the pshat is that if you have an individual halach yid, he lives someplace, I don't know where, and he has around him all kinds of modern Orthodox people, and they're living Olam Hazeh, and they think Olam Hazeh, that they have Olam Hazeh also, and they keep Torah and mitzvahs, but it's without Mesiras Nefesh, it's without making an effort for Torah. And he thinks, who am I? The same thing could happen also.
Like we said over from the Rebbe, I said over a little while ago, why didn't Avram learn from Noah?
Right.
He had to learn from his Kalayos, because he couldn't learn, he was Machadish something, Mesiras Nefesh. Rav Chesed talked about, we put up a video for all the listeners, Tzvi Chesed explaining this very important idea not long ago.
Very good. So Rav Tzvi Chesed Shlita says, and Avraham Avinu, and Hanami, there was Noach was a good rebbe. Avraham Avinu said, it's not enough, you know Torah. I go, Dad, you can learn from Noach. Mesiras Nefesh for Torah. To jump into a kibshen eish for Torah for Yiddishkeit.
And he actually couldn't learn from Noach. As Rav Tzvi explained, if he went to Noach, he would have to become like him. He refused to go to him, the Horah.
Very good. On that we said, Vayakal Moshe's Kadas B'nai Yisrael. Once you have a group, you join, you make a Agudas Yireim, a group of people that are Elach Yidden, V'yasur Kulam Aguda Echad Lasas Utzancha B'leivav Sholem. So that gives us koach to stand up against the Erev Rav. We don't care what they say, what they have their derech. We belong to the group of Elach Yidden. Nowadays, you live in a frum neighborhood. I mean, this is Rabbeinu Yoel's pshat. You live in a frum neighborhood, so you think I'm, how do you say it? I have a vaccination. How do you say it? I'm
Immune.
Immune, yeah. I'm immune to these problems. What Erev Rav, that's talk for politicians that are sitting in the Knesset. That's where the Erev Rav is. That's their stronghold. The Knesset is the stronghold of the Erev Rav. What are you thinking?
I'll continue.
So they have to know that we're sitting among the Erev Rav. We have to know to be careful.
But Rav Chaim Sanz said, Rover Rabbanim.
Okay, that's really hard to understand. You can't go to extremes. Let's not.
We'll stick with the Arizal. Rova Dor. The Arizal already said.
I don't understand.
Ravatia explained Rova Dor because by the time of the Arizal, Rova Dor was metakein. The Jews were metakein. They're in their place waiting for whatever they're waiting for. The Mashiach, for Tchias HaMeisim. That's why the Rov. It's not that they've been the Rov of the Jewish summers are metakein, which is a completely new way of looking at it.
There were an Erev Rav that were
Then only the Erev Rav is left. That's where the people that are metakein are mostly the Erev Rav. And by the time the I don't know. That's another question. No, but the Arizal said that Rova Dor is the Erev Rav. So what's Beshat? It's getting no, because Rov that's left in time of the Arizal, most of the Jewish Neshavos were metakein already.
Okay. I have to bring in everything. Anyway, so we think that we're living in frum neighborhood. We're sitting in Kol.
Okay, we're 1.5 minutes for part one.
But the truth is, their influence goes through the air. And nowadays we have cell phones. We know what it means connecting through there. So we have to know that Moshe is for Torah, we have to strengthen ourselves and not to be influenced on the outside world. And then when Mashiach comes, we'll be Zochid with Mekabel Pnei Mashiach, and we'll have with what to go to be Mekabel Panav.
Amen. Shakoach. Rabbi Caplan. Just another thing I saw in Parshas in Indian, on Parshas Pekudei, they say, how do you know that the Erev Rav didn't give? Because we make a cheshbon of the shkalim, 603,500 bear, something like that. Chetzi shkalim, which is negative every Jew, meaning the Erev Rav didn't give the Chetzi shkalim. This is, I think, Rabbi Yoel brings in Parshas Pekudei. Again, thank you very much, Rabbi Caplan.
Okay, thank you.